Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm with 60, and today there's a lot of spoilers, and I'm going to be covering them. So, what I've done is downloaded or saved the pictures from Facebook on the Star City game page, and I opened them as a picture on the Windows photo viewer, and I'm just going to go through them now. So, the first card we have, actually, I'm going to say this in the beginning. Stay tuned for the end because there's a real special card you might already know, but if you don't, well, it's going to be a good surprise. The first card is Demir Kirun. It's a 3-cost artifact. Tap it, add 1 blue or black mana to your mana pool, and it becomes an artifact, a 2/2 black, blue and black artifact. So it's okay. It's like the other ones, probably not so useful. Gateway Shade. I'll go through these ones quicker because I don't think the artifacts are all that good in this right now. So 3 cost, 1/1 shade creature, and it if you pay 1 black, it gets +1/+1. Tap an untapped creature, it gets +2/+2. So this is okay. It's probably I'd say maybe mono black kind of deck, or maybe a black white token deck would be good with this. Black white green. I don't know what that's called, but if you can think of an idea how to use it, then congratulations. Watery Grave is the Dimir Shockland. Zerta Swine, so with the 5 cost, and just so you guys know, these aren't in order, they're just scattered. If I could have put in order, but that would take some more time, and I'm not gonna do that. So, yeah, Zerta Swine, 5 cost, 3 generic, 1 green, 1 red, creature boar, blood rush, the new mechanic for I think the Gruul, and if you pay 1 generic, 1 red, 1 green, discard Zurta Swine. Target attacking creature gets +5/+4 until end of turn. So this is a good combat trick, but I probably won't use it even if I play in that color because it doesn't give trample, and so that 5/+4 can just be blocked by a token, and it'd be proved useless. Rubble Hulk. So it's a 6 cost elemental creature. It's a rare, and its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control, and it has Blood Rush. So 1 generic, 1 forest, 1 plain, or not plain, sorry, 1 mountain. Discard Rubble Hulk. Target creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control. Again, I don't like this card. It costs a lot of money, not money, mana to play, and it could simply be blocked by a creature because it does not give trample. So if it did give trample, that'd be better. Skullcrack, 2 cost, instant. Players can't gain life this turn. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Skullcrack deals 3 damage to target player. So I really like this. Probably use this to my deck. It's a way to get your opponent down, and for only 2 mana, it can deal 3 damage just to the player, but that will help you kill them in the long run. Clan Defiance. So X and mountain and tree thing. What's called forest. Choose one or more. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature with flying. Clan Defiance deals X damage to target creature without flying. And or Clan Defiance deals X damage to target player. So I like this because this reminds me of a card called Fireball from I think M11, which it's basically your choice and how you want to deal damage. And I really like this card. It's a good card, and you can choose how you want to deal damage instead of having to do say 4 damage with 6 mana to a 1/1 flyer. Instead, you can separate it and don't have to pay more. That's what I really like about this card. Sacred Foundry, the Boros Shockland. Next. Fire Main Avenger. So it's a 4-cost 2 generic, 1 plain, 1 mountain. Creature angel flying, and has Battalion, which is the Boros ability. And whenever Fire Main Avenger and at least 2 other creatures attack, it deals 3 damage to target creature, and you gain 3 life. So this is This is like Lightning Helix on a stick, and I think it's good. It's good, but you have to make sure you have those 2 other creatures attacking with it. So this is a pretty good card in general. This is the Gruul Shockland. Viashino Shanktail as a 4-cost, 3 generic, 1 mountain. Creature, Vicino Warrior, and its first strike, and Blood Rush, 2 generic, and 1 mountain. Discard it, and other attack creature gets +3/+1, and first strike until end of turn. So this is pretty cool, but again, I don't really like that Blood Rush ability. Next card, Burning Tree Emissary. So 2 cost, you can pay a combination of forest or mountains in that too. And when it enters the battlefield, add 2D mana pool. So this is good because you can play 2 or more creatures on turn 2. So it'll add the mana for that to happen. Murder Investigation. It's a 1 white on generic enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. Sorry. When it dies, put X11's white soldier creature token on the battlefield, where X is its power. So it's pretty good, but because usually white isn't gonna be like a 8/8 or a 6/6. It's probably only gonna get 2 or 3 tokens max, or 4 if you pump them up a little. So yeah, it's okay. I don't really like it. Basilica Guards. Two generic, 1 plain, defender, extort. So this is I'm not sure which is what. This is what's called Orzhov. I think it's the white black one. But yes, so as exort, when you cast a spell, you may pay 1. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Well, you gain, like, say there's 1 player, you'll gain 1 life. But this card's okay. I don't really like it because I don't usually like defender cards. But I like this ability a lot. Exhort. It makes every play you do better. Illusionists Bracers, 2 cost artifact enchantment, rare. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets. Wait, sorry. If it isn't a mana ability, you may choose new targets for the copy. So that's pretty cool. But you guys will have to think about that because I don't want to waste my time thinking about it this long. Because I've been thinking about these cards for some time, just looking over them. Whispering Madness. So 2 generic, 1 black, 1 blue. Each player discards his or her hand and then draw cards equal to the greatest number of cards a player discarded this way. Ooh, Cipher. Encoder. Okay, this will take some time to understand, so you guys can pause the video and read it. I don't really understand this card. Experiment 1 is a really good card. I read this before. It's a 1 cost, 1/1, human ooze, evolve. So evolve is the... I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which, but I think it's the blue, red, green guild one. But, or no. I'm not sure. I'll check that later. But evolve is whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So basically, it will say on turn 1 you play this. Then turn 1, say they went first, and turn 2 they play Strangle Guys. Now you'll have a 2/2 as well, and like you can regenerate it. So yeah, it's good, but that's just a bad example. It's a horrible example, but it's a good card. Orzhov Guildgate. Not much to say about that. Tin Street Market, 5 cost, enchantment. I don't like it. It destroys land. Oh no, it's enchanted land. It's a cycling card, so like you discard a card, draw a card. Cloudfin Raptor. So this is good. This is actually really good. It's a 1 cost, 0/1 flying evolve. And oh, sorry, I just remembered that guild was the green blue guild. Simic, I think. Yeah, Simic. And this guy can get bigger whenever you play, or what they play creature, or you play creature that's bigger. Deathpack Angel. So this guy is 6 cost, 3 generic, 1 white, 2 black, flying angel. And when it dies, put a +1/+1 token on the battlefield. Creature token onto the battlefield. It has 6, same as the mana cost. Sacrifice this creature, return a card named Deathpack Angel from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this card basically recycles itself and makes it come back from the graveyard. So if anything, you'd want to exile this if you're going against it right away. Otherwise, it'll cause you problems. Godless Shrine, the Shockland for the Orzhov, I think. Yes, Orzhov. Boros Elite, 1 cost, 1/1 battalion. Whenever it attacks and at least 2 other creatures attack, it gets +2/+2. So this is good, but because it is a 1 drop, it will take some time for it to be in action. Call of the Nightwing, it's a 4 cost, 2 generic, 1 blue, 1 black. Put a 1/1 black horror creature token onto the battlefield with flying cipher, then you make exile this card, encode it on a creature you control. Whenever that creature does combat damage to a player, if its controller may cast a copy of the encoded fire without paying its mana cost. So this is good, but you will have to probably, this would probably be good with a deck with, what's that called? Ooh, Invisible Stalker, because you'll get an army of 1/1 flyer dudes. So yeah, it's pretty good. Fathom Mage, 2 cost, 4 cost generic. Okay, I just messed that up. 4 cost, 2 generic, 1 green, 1 blue. Human Wizard has evolved to 1/1, and whenever a +1/+1 counter is placed on it, you may draw a card. So this is a really good card. I can see it being played in 3-color decks, maybe 3-color control or 4-color control. Sorry, or like other combinations. I'm not sure. You'll have to check somewhere else on another source for that. Night Veil Spectre. So 3 cost, 2/3 flyer, Spectre, flying. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. You may play cards exiled with Spectre. Okay, so that means you can start playing your opponent's cards, but if they didn't wait, you may play cards. So does playing cards count as like paying for the mana, or just putting? No, that would say pay exiled. I'm not sure about this card. Hopefully somebody in the comment section will tell me about that, because I'm thinking that you don't have to pay or you have to pay for it, and it wouldn't be that good, because if you don't have the colors of mana, then that card that's exiled is useless to you. Lazav Deemer Mastermind. So this is the guild leader. 4 costs, 2 blue, 2 black. Hexproof, 3/3. I like this card a lot, by the way. It's a shapeshifter. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav, this guy, become a copy of that creature card, except its name is still that guy. It is legendary in addition to its other type, and it gains hexproof and this ability. So like you can keep changing the guy you want, and it's hexproof, so not much can kill it unless wrath effects. So this is pretty cool. I'll have to check on the prices later. Hands of Binding. 2 costs, 1 generic, 1 blue. Tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap. And Cipher, so you can do that onto one of your creatures. You can like basically put it on one of your creatures, and whenever the creature deals damage, uh, it'll it'll tap creature. So what I'm thinking is unblockable creatures like Invisible Stalker will be really, really good in Gatecrash, because of all these cipher effects and how you can recycle the cards. Gridlock, and this card's pretty cool, but it would be in probably a blue deck. Obviously, that's a stupid comment I made there. So one blue and X, tap X non-land permanent. So basically, if you want to go on the offense, you could tap your creatures and attack and get some damage in. Drakewind Cressis. 3 costs, 1 blue, 1 green. Flying Trample 3/1. So this is vanilla, but it's pretty good because it does a lot of damage. But I wouldn't use this, or I would use it actually, but it can die really easily, because there's a lot of things that do 1 damage to all creatures, or there's a lot of like 1/1 tokens in standards right now too. Breeding Pool is the Simic Shockland Treasury Thrall. Okay, this is No, I don't like this. I'm not gonna read it. Girl, no, you can read it. I don't really like the key runes. So this is the Orzhov guild leader. So it's a 5 cost, 1 generic, 2 white, 2 black. When that guy console enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And at the beginning of your end step, you may exile this card. If you do, return to the battlefield under control. At the beginning of next upkeep, it gains haste. This card's really cool, but it's a slow card. But you can still deal a lot of damage. I like it. It's good, and plus they can't really make overpowered cards in standard because then it would probably rule standard, and it would be unfair. Don't care. And we're back to that. So now that we're done with that, let's go to the real shizen. This is probably what you guys are waiting for. And kabam! The new Gideon. So Gideon, Champion of Justice, is a new planeswalker. And Mark Rosewater actually said in the Magic the Gathering panel, I think PAX, that Gideon would be one of the planeswalkers in Gatecrash some time ago. So Gideon is a 4 cost, 2 generic, 2 white, which is really good, with 4 loyalty, so that's plus. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that, guys, I'm back. And where were we? I think we were at the part where we talk about the loyalty. So yeah, so +1, put a loyalty count on Gideon, his name, for each creature your target opponent controls. So that's really good. It lets it. You can have more than one loyalty counter, or you can have 0. But chances are you're probably gonna have more than. You're not gonna have 0. You're gonna have. You're gonna have like 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how many creatures they have. And if they have a token deck, then this is just gonna go against the purpose of the build. So the +1's really good. Until end of turn, it becomes. So this is like the previous one, the old ability that it had. It becomes a human soldier, and its power equal to its loyalty counters. And it becomes indestructible. No, you can't damage him at all. Planeswalker creature, and you can attack with him. So he can get really big. And his last ability is -15, exile all other permanents. So this would probably be good if you have just enough to keep him living. Exile all other permanents, and then use a 0 ability. No, well, kind of. If you stock up on loyalty counters, then you can make him attack more and more after all the permanents are destroyed or exiled. So I really like this card. Probably be in a lot of decks, and I want you guys feedback too. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed these spoilers, episode 2, and see ya.